Hello and welcome to Zelda Lore, where I retell the history of things in the Zelda series. For today's video, I'll be retelling the history of the pirate princess of the Great Sea, Tetra. For those of you who don't know, Tetra's first appearance was in Legend of Zelda: The Wind Waker. She also appeared in Phantom Hourglass and was mentioned in Spirit Tracks. Before I can retell Tetra's history, I need to retell the events of the Great Flood, as it's connected to the history of her family and ultimately her. Long before the events of Wind Waker, the Kingdom of Hyrule lived in peace. That is, until one fateful day, the King of Evil known as Ganondorf had appeared without warning. Ganondorf had been trapped in the Sacred Realm by the 7 sages in the Hero of Time long ago, but now he was finally free again. While Ganondorf had caused a great deal of destruction and terror across the land, the people of Hyrule had believed that the Hero of Time would return and defeat the King of Evil once again, just as he had before. However, the Hero of Time never showed up. All hope was nearly lost until the King of Hyrule prayed to the gods in order to save his people. The gods chose to flood Hyrule along with Ganondorf and the king. However, they did pick those they deemed worthy to inhabit the new lands that would be formed above the sunken Kingdom of Hyrule. Before Hyrule was flooded, the king broke the Triforce of Wisdom in two and gave one of the pieces to his daughter Zelda along with a Gossip Stone, since she had been one of the people chosen to inhabit the new lands above. Zelda and her descendants guarded the Triforce piece, though at some point in time, its true identity became lost and it simply became known as a family heirloom that was to be kept close at all costs. One of Zelda's descendants became the captain of a crew of pirates and had a daughter named Tetra. Tetra's mother had died while she was still young, but her mother had passed on the Triforce piece and Gossip Stone to the young pirate. Tetra took up her mother's occupation and became the captain of her own crew of pirates. However, little did she know, Ganondorf had escaped his watery prison at an unknown point in time and was now seeking the Triforce of Wisdom which she held. Ganondorf had sent his faithful pet, the Helmrock King, to search for any girl with long ears, as that was a trait that Hylians like Princess Zelda had. The Helmrock King followed Ganondorf's orders and soon captured Tetra, who had fit the description. Tetra's crew chased after the giant bird all the way to Outset Island before landing a hit on the creature, making it drop her into the island's forest. A young boy named Link, who had witnessed these events, went into the dangerous forest and rescued the pirate captain, but at the cost of having his sister being kidnapped by the Helmrock King, as she too fit the description that Ganondorf had given his pet. Tetra brought Link along with her to the Forsaken Fortress after being guilt-tripped by a Rito mailman. Before Tetra sent Link into the Forsaken Fortress via catapult, she planted her Gossip Stone into Link's pocket, thus allowing her to talk to him even if he was far away. While Link had searched for the Goddess Pearls and obtained 2 out of 3 of them, Tetra and her crew had visited the now ruined Great Fish Isle. They were then told about a treasure hidden in a large cave on Outset Island by the Rito mailman. After hearing about this mysterious treasure, she and her crew went to Outset Island in order to obtain it, but they couldn't due to the entryway to the cave being blocked by a large stone slab. With no other way into the cave, the band of pirates went to Windfall Island in order to steal some bombs so that they could destroy the stone slab. Link had arrived on Windfall Island and snuck his way into the bomb shop that the pirates had taken over. He overheard one of Tetra's men trying to convince her to stay on the island for the night, but she chastised them for it, as she pointed out that the same destruction that had happened on Great Fish Isle could happen to Outset Island as well. Her crew began questioning her on her motives for obtaining the treasure, but before she could give them an answer, she spotted Link, who was hiding just above her. She decided to give Link some time to get the treasure for himself by giving in to her men's request. Tetra would meet up with Link again, but under more dire circumstances. Link had went back to the Forsaken Fortress to confront Ganondorf and save his sister from her prison. Meanwhile, Tetra with 2 of her men snuck into the Forsaken Fortress while the rest of her crew drew the attention of the Helmrock King. After helping Link free his sister and some other captured girls, Tetra would then come face to face with Ganondorf, who had just beaten the young hero. Before Ganondorf could finish her off, his Triforce of Power began resonating with her Triforce piece, thus confirming to Ganondorf that Tetra was Zelda. Tetra had no idea what Ganondorf was talking about, and before he could question her more about it, she and Link were saved by the Ritos and their guardian deity, Valoo. The two were then taken to the Tower of the Gods, where the King of Red Lions took them to Hyrule Castle. When the group had arrived at the castle, a mysterious voice spoke through Tetra's Gossip Stone. The voice told them to come to the chamber where the Master Sword once rested. When they arrived at the chamber, they met with the mysterious person who revealed himself to be the King of Hyrule and the King of Red Lions. The king told the two about Hyrule's downfall before telling Tetra about her family's past and sacred duty. He then restored the Triforce of Wisdom, thus transforming Tetra into Zelda. The king told Zelda to stay in the chamber where she would be safe, while he and Link went off to restore power to the Master Sword. Unfortunately, Ganondorf managed to capture Zelda, and he took her to a large room in his tower where he guarded her while she slept. After Link defeated Ganondorf's puppet, and the king had stolen Ganondorf's wish from him, Zelda woke up and helped Link battle the King of Evil for one last time. After Ganondorf's defeat, and a heartfelt goodbye to the king, Link and Zelda, who had transformed back into Tetra, returned to the surface world and were now determined to go on a journey to find a new land where they could create a new Hyrule, thus ending things off in Wind Waker. In Phantom Hourglass, while Link and Tetra were searching for a new land to create Hyrule on, stories of a mysterious ghost ship that was causing ships to disappear began to spread. Tetra didn't believe in these rumors and just played it off as some pirates causing trouble. However, the rumored ghost ship soon appeared in front of Tetra and Co. Tetra was determined to find out the true identity behind the ghost ship and jumped on board the cursed vessel without a thought. But this turned out to be a mistake, for as soon as she got on the ship, she had been captured. It wouldn't be till later on that Link returned to the ghost ship with the help of a sailor named Linebeck. The two had found Tetra on the ship, but she was turned to stone due to most of her life force being drained by the monster that created the ghost ship, a malevolent creature named Bellum. After Link acquired the Phantom Sword, he boarded the ghost ship one more time and defeated Bellum, thus restoring Tetra from her stone state. However, Bellum was not truly defeated, and the monster captured both Link and Tetra. With the help of Linebeck, Link was finally able to slay the monster for good, and he and Tetra returned to their journey of creating a new Hyrule, thus ending things off in Phantom Hourglass. Finally, in Spirit Tracks, Tetra doesn't make an appearance in the game due to Spirit Tracks taking place long after Phantom Hourglass, but she is shown in a glass-stained window in the throne room of Hyrule Castle, and is mentioned by the Locomo named Onjin. When Tetra discovered the new land that would become Hyrule, she met Onjin and became close friends with her. Onjin gave Tetra the Spirit Flute under the condition that her and her descendants would use its power to protect the land. And with that, that's the end of Tetra's history. I hope you all enjoyed this little bit of Zelda lore, and I hope you all enjoyed this video in general. Again, I can't thank you all enough, and if you want to see more of my videos, then I hope you all stick with me for more. Again, thank you.